I used to obsess over numbers, calories, macros, protein grams, carb splits, fat percentages. Every bite got logged, every meal weighed. I thought that was the secret. I thought that was the way to a strong body. But then I asked myself, did my ancestors count macros? Did the people who built pyramids, crossed oceans, or fought with nothing but spears and grit have an app telling them how much protein to eat? Of course not. They didn't need numbers. They had instincts. They had movement. They had real food, and they thrived. Picture this, a man 10,000 years ago. No gym, no powders, no meal plans. Just him, his tribe, and the land around him. Every day was training, sprinting to hunt, climbing trees, carrying logs, wrestling for survival. His body was forged by necessity, not numbers. And food wasn't measured, it was earned. A successful hunt meant meat, a failed one meant fasting. When they ate, it was primal fuel, meat, organs, fruits, roots, honey, nuts. Nothing processed, nothing fake. No one cared if it was 25 grams of protein or 30. Their bodies adapted and they thrived. And here's the wild part, they were leaner, stronger, and healthier than most of us today, with zero macro calculators. For years, I thought logging food was discipline, but the truth, it was a crutch. I was outsourcing my health to apps and formulas instead of listening to my body. Then one day, I ditched it all. No protein shake, no tracking, just 3 eggs, rice and beans, some fruit, and water. Later that day, I went to the park and hit more pull-ups than ever before. My body felt full of energy. My muscles recovered faster. That's when it clicked. Strength doesn't come from counting macros. Strength comes from living the way the human body was designed to live. And that's why I share this with you. Because if you're tired of counting numbers, tired of powders and machines, tired of feeling weaker than you should, hit that subscribe button right now. This channel is about going back to what actually works. Calisthenics, real food, the primal way to strength. And let's be real, most people today are weaker than their ancestors, softer, slower, more tired. Why? Because we traded primal instincts for modern conveniences. We traded whole food for supplements. We traded movement for machines. We traded instinct for spreadsheets. But your body isn't a calculator, it's an adaptive machine. It doesn't care if you hit exactly 183 grams of protein. What it cares about is whether you move every day, whether you eat real food, whether you sleep deeply, and whether you stay consistent. That's the real formula. And it's been the formula since forever. When you eat real food, you don't need to track every gram. Your body knows how to use it. Eggs, chicken, fish, beans, fruit, rice, potatoes, nuts, vegetables. These are the foods that build strength. You don't need fancy supplements. You need basics and consistency. The people who lived before us didn't need labels telling them how much protein was inside a piece of meat. They just ate it and thrived. Training is the same. You don't need machines or gym memberships. You don't need to count every rep like a statistician. Your body thrives on primal movement, push-ups, pull-ups, dips, squats, sprints. Every push-up mimics pushing heavy weight off your body. Every pull-up mimics climbing. Squats mimic lifting, carrying, running. These are the movements that matter. These are the movements that make you strong in the real world. When I stopped counting macros, I gained freedom. Training became fun again. Eating became simple again. I wasn't worried about being off by 20 grams of protein. I wasn't stressed if I didn't hit exactly 2,000 calories. Instead, I focused on eating whole food until I was satisfied. I focused on moving every day, training consistently, and sleeping deeply. And the result? I didn't just look stronger. I felt stronger. I moved better. I recovered faster. The truth is this: your ancestors didn't need calculators to thrive. They didn't need macros. They didn't need powders. They hunted, they ate, they thrived. So stop stressing over numbers. Eat whole food, move your body, live consistently. That's the primal way. That's the real way. If your ancestors could thrive without gyms and supplements, so can you. If you made it this far, comment Primal and subscribe for more powerful fitness tips.